Hi. One of the biggest questions I get asked all the time is, Kelly, can you please just give me some salad recipes? And I want to tell you that salads are easier than you think. It's just about putting together different ideas. It generally starts with a green, whether you want spinach, kale, romaine, any kind of lettuce. It doesn't even have to include a green. I make a really good chunk salad too. I'll show you that in another video. But then you add different flavors to it, and then you make your own dressing. So let me show you my strawberry spinach lemon vinaigrette salad, but I need lemons. What I do is I usually buy organic spinach in the package here, and it says it's been washed. Sometimes it's been washed 3 times, 2 times, 5 times. I still wash it again, a handful at one time, and that's about a cup. A serving is about a cup. You can have however you want, but for this demo, we're just gonna show you a little bit. What I like to do, I'm gonna move some stuff around here. I like to chop my spinach up. Now some people, you don't need to take this step, but with the stems, the way they are, and since they were packaged, I just feel that when you open up and cut into the lettuce, it just gives us this life and a freshness, and you can just taste some of that crispiness right in there. So what we're gonna do on this salad is we're gonna just dress the greens, and then I'm gonna top it with a little bit of my fruit and veggies. Okay, again, I'm gonna take half a lemon in my citrus press. Generally, when you make a vinaigrette, you use some sort of acidic taste, whether it's lemon juice, balsamic vinegar, any type of vinegar, and then you can drizzle in some olive oil. You can omit the olive oil, you don't even need it. But this one, we're just going to drizzle in a little bit. Use my little whisk to bring it together. Add a little salt and pepper. I like things pretty seasoned. This salad took me by surprise. One day, I know it seems simple, maybe everyone's had this salad before, but I didn't. One day I came home from the farmer's market and I had bought fresh organic spinach, strawberries were in season, I had lemons sitting on the counter, and I put everything together right there, and it was so really good. So you can see that when you blend everything, it kind of, what they call emulsifies, it blends, it becomes like a little creamy texture. So you can just pour this, maybe you don't need all of it, over your greens. Toss it. I find that when you just dress your greens and then you put the nice toppings on top, that's all you really need. You don't need as much dressing as you think. And when you put all of your ingredients in the bowl or on your plate or in your bowl at the table, and then you're trying to put dressing on the top, it just doesn't mix as well and it gets a little heavy with too much dressing. So this way you can always add more. And these are my strawberries. Let's see, I can cut a couple up here. Cut them however you want. You can dice them up a little bit into bite-sized pieces. You can make them look pretty. However you want to do it. When strawberries are in season and on sale, I will buy a bunch of them, slice them all up, and then put them in the freezer. Because like I said, I like having some really good berries in the freezer at all times. If you want, you can add some nuts. I have raw almonds. I have raw cashews. You can just put them right on the salad, or you can chop them up a little bit, make it look a little more uniform. Cashews are what I'm putting on today. Cashews are like pine nuts. They're just really creamy. So when you're trying to get away from cheese and you're trying to reduce your dairy, cashews give a little bit more of a creamy texture. Now, it's not the same, it's a nut, and a raw cashew is even better, but it is a really neat addition instead of that cheese. You might not miss the cheese as much. You could add, if you don't have fresh strawberries, you could have cranberries, cashews, and almonds. You could have walnuts. You could do anything like that. If you didn't have strawberries, you could put oranges. And what I try to tell everyone is just use fresh if you can. Don't use canned mandarin oranges. They're really soaked in some corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup to be more specific. So you're not getting the great flavor that you might really be, fresh flavor that you might really be after. So this is just a nice little side salad. You get some berries, some spinach. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. The tart of the berry, and then the citrus and the acid in the lemon, it is so good. So this is a really good go-to summer salad for me. Pile on whatever you want. Add nuts, add more berries, add different kinds of fruit, but making a salad does not have to be difficult. Okay, now I'm gonna make one with, I gotta rinse off a little bit more lettuce. Now you can see why these are small, because I'm eating constantly. Again, I'm gonna chop a little bit of my spinach up. I just wanna show you a different dressing that you can make. If you wanna do a vinegar base, you can do the same thing. Instead of the citrus, just use a little bit of balsamic. And balsamic vinegar goes very, very, very well with strawberries. I know some of my Italian family will soak strawberries in balsamic, and it will macerate the fruit and just gives it such a really good taste. So we're going to do a little bit of balsamic. Most of the time it's 1 part vinegar to 2 parts olive oil. I try to eliminate a lot of olive oil. I try not to use a whole lot. So you gotta use it to the taste. But make your own dressing. This is not hard. You just whisk it up. And if you don't have a whisk, just use a fork, use a spoon. This was a whisk that I had from years ago when I used to have a little coffee shop. I had all the cool little tools and gadgets to whisk up espressos and cappuccinos. So same thing, kind of emulsifies and you have a really nice thick dressing. Hey, so you can pull it all together. Ooh. I probably put too much dressing on here, but we're gonna see how it tastes with the strawberries. Now let's put some strawberries in here. Just play with the food. I sound like a broken record, but really that's all you're learning to do. You're just learning to experiment, to be confident, and to not worry. It's, hey, I do it. If it turns out great, I'll take credit for it. If it doesn't, it's an oops and nobody needs to know. All right, so let's toss this. What nut do we want to put in this one? Needs a little bit more salt. I used a lot of balsamic in that one. How about an almond? Put a couple almonds in there. And you can always use a nut chopper. I have one here. And we'll talk more when we go over nuts and seeds. But if you wanted, you could put the nuts right in here. Bing, done, you have fresh chopped nuts. So forget about trying to chop them on a cutting board like I did earlier and they went everywhere. But all right, let's try this one too. So this is the balsamic vinaigrette with almonds, spinach, and strawberries. If I can get any. Wow. Completely different flavor. The balsamic is this sweet and sour pungent vinegar, and then you have these beautiful sweet strawberries. Both of these salads is just the tip of the iceberg of what I know you're going to create. I am Health Coach Cal. This is a little bit of Healthy Cooking 101, and I hope you enjoy. I hope you'll go cooking, start making some nice raw salads, and get creative. Let me know what you're doing. Leave some comments on my blog. Come find me on social media, Health Coach Cal. If you want updates, always come over to the website, sign up for email updates, and I'll keep you informed. Thanks so much. See you again.